Okay, so at this point, to release this, you got to pull that green tab upwards. I would have preferred to have a hybrid insulated screwdriver, but I don't have one. So, and this is the step that is missing from the service procedure. Notice the markings on the tab, the two arrows. So the pull, the word pull means to pull the terminal up. And then we resort to icons to give us the next critical step of the instruction to allow us to release this high voltage component, disconnect component. And that is that you have to pull this green tab rearward to release it in this fashion. Pivots about a millimeter. If you don't do that, you will not release the tab. And you'll be wondering why the pivot lever won't rotate. And I took a little while to figure that out. And that was the result of my initial attempts. And it quickly became apparent that I was trying to use too much force and better reevaluate the method I was using to take it out. So what I was missing, and what's missing from the instructions from Hyundai, is that you must take this tab, this green tab, and you must depress it in that direction, in the direction of the arrows, to release the lock mechanism. And you can see that. And that lock mechanism is actually engaging with that tab right there. It engages on itself. But it won't pivot until you pull that release mechanism and disengage it from that latch tower right there. Anyway, that's the video. We now have to wait, according to the instructions, 5 minutes. Personally, I'm going to wait for 10 minutes, and then there's another procedure to disconnect the high voltage cables at the inverter and make sure that voltage is less than 30 volts across the terminals from the high voltage connection at the inverter, actually on the inverter side. So I'm going to wait that term of time, and then we're going to perform that step to make sure this is disabled and safe to work on.